it's time for TSA. That was easy. So we are here today at the airport. Not gonna be at the airport soon, but there's some planes in the background. That might be my plane, I don't know. Because it's first thing in the morning, so I'm probably gonna mess this up, but we are flying out to New York, somewhere on there. One of those, like 20 New York ones, one of those is mine. To begin the epic amusement park adventure of 2024. Doing a couple different things I've announced before, checking the blah blah. We'll talk about it more throughout all these vlogs, but the big one, Coney Island, Luna Park, like huge historic coaster place, also currently going under some things I'll go over when I get into that video. But most important part, Cyclone will be my number 400, so I cannot wait. But before that, today we're gonna fly out and go to the American Dream Malls. Head to my gate now, get on clean, see you guys when I land. Back here. I went the wrong way. There's the planes and stuff. Alright, we finally got my ride for the trip. Got this Nissan Versa or something, I don't know. Black car, old school. Enough of the preamble. Let's go to our first destination now, shall we? We've made it. This is a giant mall. I have no clue where I'm going, but I'm trying to record the base cam right now, so I'm waiting for reveal. I feel like we're somewhere close. There's, ooh look, there's a freaking ice rink over here. I know it's using right now, because it's probably too hot for ice rink. I don't know. Screaming child over there. Hold on. I see rides. I see some rides back there. I think that there's an anime shop. We're on an anime shop. I see some rides back there. Let's freaking go! Let's do a roller coaster inside the mall. Maybe it's not too much more, but we are here at Nickelodeon Universe. Right next to me is the water park that I'm going in today because, good God, look at the slide already. I think they're just about to open, but there's been like a couple of ways that you can do this. For attracting passes, I just chose to do one that's not the water park. So I don't think I'm gonna have time for water park, and it's also kind of expensive. Already not off to the best start here, and also it's going to be hard to record because the place is very loud. We all knew TMNT Show Ranger has been down like last year. Who knows what's going on? I think what I've heard is something about the support structure being in this event or whatever. But that's obviously a big bummer. We'll talk about that when we talk about it. It's just rip. What also sucks though, it's also down. Spinning coaster. And Maybe Sapphire Havoc is also down. So, right off the bat, that's open. Right after that, we are down to 2 operating roller coasters, which are gonna suck for taking bets and stuff. But I mean, there's a bunch of other stuff here too, so we'll try to have fun. Hopefully, I just want to try to open. That said, first ride of the trip is gonna be the Nickelodeon Slime Street. Their family, mine favorite, not really, coaster that just goes all over the park. You see it scooting around, gets split or whatever. Just got off my last ride, my first ride. Keep that in. First ride on Nickelodeon Slime Street. Like I said, this is more of a family attraction. So that's nice for us. It's like the pull out of this first drop's pretty cool. It's a nice little floaty, like quasi air time. Another pop somewhere down there, and I think also has space there to it, but good warm-up ride that has some cool forces to it. I will say though, the trains are not the most comfortable just because it has a single ratchet metal lap bar, and just say it's probably a little more comfortable for the kids than adults. I found a girl. So, Skyline Scream here, American Scream. Can we call it American Scream, not American Dream? It's an interesting little combo tower. Obviously, the most forceful part of it is probably that just initial launch, just jump a little bit, but it's generally pretty soft in terms of force and just some tummy tips and sensations. What's cool about though, I'm gonna walk around here so you get a better view, is this thing goes all the way up to the roof. Like, you see this little hole right there? All the way to the tippy top. And I knew about it beforehand that there's some little windows up there you could get a great view of the New York area. I didn't know there's also some theming up there. A bunch of little statues just kind of showing out and be like, yo, we're Nickelodeon characters. So, big ups there for the theming. Obviously, the ride itself is kind of mid, just that first drop's nice, and then the drops or whatever, but really cool. It goes all the way up the top, all right here. There's the tall ride window in a second. And here comes Slime Speak too. It's a little bit of theming, so let's look at that. I will say though that I do have a shred of hope that Shredder can open up today, because they keep on sending around trains like this. Hopefully it's a testing thing. I'm not sure the issue with the ride is, but it would be great to get at least one more coaster in today, because otherwise when I go to Coney Island tomorrow, it's a risk of hitting 400, no longer just getting there. And I really, really want to make Psyched on my 4, so please open. Ignoring the fact that a decent amount of rides are closed around right now, I don't care. They have an actual Toys R Us inside this mall. With the slide! It's a Toys R Us slide, and I guess it's closed out right now. While I didn't get a pass to the water park today because that was the expensive one, and maybe we'll get some shots of it in there, I don't know, you can kind of see the slides already. I did get a multi-ticket thing that has a bunch of other stuff on it, like the mirror maze, mini golf, all that fun stuff, so we'll check that in a second. But before I do some physical labor on those type of attractions, I haven't eaten all day because I had to wake up early for a flight. And there's an Oreo cafe here. You do the math, I'm insane. Looks like I found the main attraction area here on the first floor plaza. First of all, there's an arcade up here. There's also one in kind of the amusement park. What is it called? Is that Twister? That's seriously Twister. Oh my god. But down there we got a couple of similar attractions like Activate, Game World, Blacklight Mini Golf Mermaids, which I have with those, and it's a Lego store down there, so super sweet. Guys scooting around on a little panda bear. That is a school group. The place is absolutely massive. Wherever you go, there's just something new to see. Oh, it's out of this world. That's fascinating. That's actually the Blacklight Mini Golf and Mirror Maze, so go in and check it out. Hopefully this group's not part of it. It feels like cheating to use this, so I'm not going to, but look, there's like 10 billion of me. Also, it made me wear these gloves. Yep, that's a mirror. I lied. This is where there's a billion of me. Not back there. Over here. We've made it to part 2. I'm still burying myself. I like that stuff. Oh, this is giant fluorescent columns. Super cool. I'm only gonna record my first shot of the first hole of this Blacklight Mini Golf, which is kind of cool. Space theme. Mr. Spaceship. You go right in there. Not 2 hands on there. I'm not looking. I'm looking at the ball. You guys are gonna follow the ball. This is gonna work. I mean, I got through the center. That's all that counts. Follow. Yes! Actual home run, first shot. The grand finale! You guys see this? I'm looking. Ready? Get him in there. Hole one. Let's go. That didn't count. This looks like a new attraction on under construction. The Paradox Museum Experience Impossible. I mean, not really much to see in there right now because it's all road construction, but nice facade. Sounds like a cool idea. Have to come back at some point maybe and check it out. Look at that guy with his blue. Another cool thing, there's Coke Plaza, I guess. I don't know, you probably get Coke there. They have a little podcasting booth in here. Let me know down below if you want me to start podcasting on one, and why you'll help support me by checking out my page on TCG Player or dropping a tip on Ko-Fi, because that's equipment right there. We gotta afford that if I want to do stuff. So I was just walking past the Angry Birds mini golf, which is probably a lot better than the one I got off the thing. But I mean, whatever. I did mine for free, basically. Holy Bandai Namco store. Holy Gotcha Alley. Please don't make me go broke right now. Alright, that's what you're here for. So Sandy's Blasting Bronco, you're Patrick, there's Sandy. Sandy's Blasting Bronco is an interesting little intimate launch coaster LSM. I think it's the answer to, what is it, like, it's a really small launch roller coaster that has a bunch of versions, doesn't do anything. Skyloop, that's what I'm thinking. But this one has a nice little twist of actually twisting you around me with your ride. So you get a circuit forward and a circuit backward. And all I'm gonna say is that backward launch is insane. Probably best right here until that opens again, if it does, but yeah. It's a thumb. It's a thumb. I do two thumbs, but one's holding the camera. What the Invader Zen theming? Yo, what up, girl? Also, this thing's about to launch again. Right about now. I said now. So last big thing on my all-in attraction pass thing is Legends of the Hidden Temple Challenge, which, if you guys know me, you know that I freaking love these climbing structures, whatever you want to call them, adventure packs. But what you may not know about me is that I grew up with this show. It's a cool game show where they have physical challenges and, like, obviously the Hidden Temple. So I didn't see these coming in, but like the higher up they go, there's just more and more stuff up there. So it's really, really cool. Make it up to Medusa's Sneak Palace or whatever. Pharaoh? That's a Pharaoh. Medusa's down here somewhere. And there is the light up Olmec. That is freaking sweet. I've actually never been on one of these air raid kind of rides before. Obviously I need to go on the Avatar The Last Airbender one. That makes the most sense in my first. That is a lot. Like, I'm not gonna say crazy inversions kill myself, but that is just constant rolls, constant flipping. Smiler times 20 probably, I don't know. We're on the Sky Blue Choo Choo. But I wish I was on this purple and green. This blue, it kind of rhymes. Coasters back there. They've been testing Shredder all day though. Yo, shout out to ADA friendly Reptar wagon. I don't know if it's just because on the top floor, but these Reptars, they did not feel comfortable. Like this little saddle bump, bleh, does not feel that good. And the motion that they had, so up and downs, felt really bumpy. So I don't know if it's because it was literally made by a bunch of babies rugrats, and if so, that's the greatest theming ever. But this is like probably my least favorite carousel ever now, because it just felt so bumpy and uncomfortable. Since I'm not going into the DreamWorks water park today, here's your overview. It's literally just that, and no other slides ever. You see the tallest indoor drop slide in the world right here? It's just the bottom of it. Walk through here, you can kind of see a little bit through the cracks. Unfortunately, it is completely sealed off, like ticket only, so I can't even walk in and record anything. But DreamWorks Water Park is supposedly one of the biggest and best indoor water parks in the world, if not the US. Oh, there's Shrek too, there's a shark right there. Look at him go. But a couple big slides that I'm missing. Number one, the Billy Gas car, like we saw, is just this giant drop slide. Also got a roller coaster, and I think that's it for the big things. I mean, standard water park stuff, but themed to DreamWorks. So that's a quick 5-second overview. Why does that look like a waffle? I think that's a waffle. That is definitely a waffle. Good job, Donkey. Also some other DreamWorks characters doing DreamWorks stuff. Hi, Shark. So from down here, I just realized that the Oreo Cafe I went to earlier is not just Oreo Cafe. It's part of what appears to be a 3-story candy store. What the actual insanity. I wonder if they had a joyride. What the N, Eddie? Yeah, the Angry Birds mini golf definitely looks better than the blacklit one. Look at all this theming. Look at this concentric circle and Angry Birds. I don't know, I never played Angry Birds. They deleted it before I could play it. Look at that pig. He's chunky. Take a look at this other arcade that they have in here, because it's a lot fancier than the one that's in the actual user park. And also because back there they have the last thing on my attraction thing, which is let's check out audio. This is awesome. Look at this, like actual a bunch of things being put at different board games. I think back there I see, yeah, Candyland Shake. I already got a sweet thing, but I kind of want to check it out. And yeah, just your variety of arcade games mixed in with a whole bunch of slightly fancier ones. That is my logo. There it is. Yeah, it's a much better arcade. They have Hungry Hungry Hippos, but big. Probably the thing I'm the angriest about for not doing is big snow right here, which, oh god, yeah, you can see him in the background. I'm gonna go and see how close we get. This is an indoor snowboarding, skiing, snow tubing, so whatever you want to call it, arena. And I used to freaking love this kind of stuff. Like, I am a extreme sportist in my heart, so if I get the opportunity to snowboard, I want to snowboard. Unfortunately, it's probably the most expensive attraction here. I mean, I'm talking like probably more to do this alone than anything else I've been doing. But let's just look at this. This is freaking amazing. And I think it's only half it over here. There's probably more on the other side. Yeah, it goes all the way up. Now, let's see if my schedule opens up, but I don't think I can do this today. We'll go up to that. Give me $100 more. I will have done this in a heartbeat. Now, would you believe that this is part of a food court in a mall? Like, one of the probably 20 different food courts that's in here. Look at all the stuff that they have. Look at this fountain that I was slightly out of shot for at the beginning, but I want to show off. This is a mall food court, ladies and gentlemen. But of course I gotta do the funny YouTube thing. Even though I've never once in my life watched the Mr. Beast video at all. Here goes nothing. I got the, I don't even remember what it was called, some sort of style. It's like bacon fried cheeseburger. It was a monster. Can't even unwrap it correctly. But it's like only thing I've eaten all day, so. Not bad, Mr. Beast. Still a Ryan Trey hard guy, but not bad, Mr. Beast. Next on the list of attractions that made me want to stay for a second day here and possibly bring some actual shoes. We got Happy, the hashtag fun climbing gym, which is, guess what? A pretty fun looking climbing gym with all sorts of different structures and climbing things. I would be totally into this if I wasn't wearing any my open handle shoes. I don't even know what you call these. It's like sandals, but basically complete clothes. Should have bought actual shoes like these guys. It does look pretty cool though. I'd love to try it out sometime. You guys don't know how long I've been looking for this thing, even though it's the most obvious thing to see from the side of the building. They have a gigantic Ferris wheel. Costs about $28 to ride, I believe. Oh, there's some water slides back there. Look, you can see outdoor water slides. That's all you need to see. Yeah, great views of the city, air conditioned, inside the boys. And of course, there's another upcharge experience that makes me want to stay an extra day here. I probably should have realistically just planned to stay 2 days at the American Dream Mall. I can't stress enough how big this place is. I swear I was just circling around Mr. Beast, and now I found like a whole new back area that's multi-level, and the Ferris wheel, and wherever else is down. I don't even know. Like, this is just the biggest mall ever. I don't even remember going to the other one. You know, the one in Minnesota. Shout out to the maintenance team here for actually getting things back up and running. For example, this was down earlier today. Jellyfish swing ride. But more importantly, oh boy, it's got a line already. It's got a line already. That's good. And finally, after all day, I'm gonna get my shreddy creddy. Look at it go. World's longest indoor spinning coaster, probably. I don't know. It's got a unique layout. What the? Airtime Hills on a spinning coaster? Okay, maybe not airtime on those hills, but we were definitely spinning. Like, my car was good off balance that time. Let's look at this thing go. Way up there. Honestly, I think the thing I'm saddest about though is just the fact that even though it's been down for like a year, they're still keeping the light package going on Shellraiser. So that's what it looks like. So it's gonna be really cool night or whatever. But obviously not operating. Pocket Beach and near Clune. Thing looks super awesome with what they're in it. Well, that's not how I expected to have my day here. I guess you guys aren't getting a review of the Jellyfish ride. See you at the hotel. Good news, whatever that fire alarm was appeared to be centralized in the park itself, so whatever is there is taken care of. Bad news number one though, sucks I get to go out on my rides. Bad news number two, I genuinely have no clue where I am right now. This mall is massive. There's a monkey statue right here. I thought it was the idea at first, like it's just a monkey. But yeah, do a recap once I'm back at the hotel, but like I said, got a decent amount in. Would have liked more, but honestly with what I've done and what there is left to do here in the mall, I think it's like a 2-day encounter. You have to actually come to the mall if you want to do everything for multiple days. Have you ever recorded an outro and then, whoa, my voice squeaked, and then realized a day later that there was no audio? So, Mall Dream American Land. Like I said, that I haven't already 10 billion times before. It was, the park itself, the Nickelodeon Universe itself was okay. I mean, they had a couple of good rides, like the tower was really unique, the way that went all the way to the top, and then had some character statues in the view and stuff. Like, the view everywhere was great. Any ride that actually could burst through that threshold and there was outside windows to the view in New York City, awesome, amazing. I imagine the same thing would have happened on TMNT Shellraiser if it was open, but I mean, it's been down for a year. Common theory is that support structure thing, the fact that its footers are actually inside the cement as opposed to little cement pillars that they usually do. Comment down below if you have any other theories, because freaking Shredder shares the exact same plot plan and does the exact same thing. I know it was down most of the day, and that's why I only got one ride in before the fire alarm happened, but I'm curious if the footer thing really is a footer thing then, because that and Shredder share the exact same plot plan. Shredder was fine, it just opened a little late. That said, in terms of maintenance, yes, I will commend them a lot there, because there was a handful of rides that were down all day, and they managed to get the Jellyfish thing and Shredder before I left, so they are working on it. I don't know how fast they're working out, but they are doing something. That said, attractions were a little much for me. I mean, don't get dizzy. I am like a 38-year-old person. God, I'm old. But just consecutively going on some of those things, like Sandy's Plastic Broncos had an intense launch, especially that backwards portion. Some of the inverted flat rides, they just non-stop going around and around and around. And even the carousel, even that freaking Reptar carousel, it felt rough for some reason, which I've never seen on a carousel before. That was really weird. So because of that, I'm a little happy that it was like corner of this giant mall, and a little happy that it was spread out between thrill and mild attractions, because I was even taking breaks to go on things like the SkyTrain and the carousel that I mentioned and stuff like that. So it's good in a sense because it actually makes you want to go on the other rides and do a full experience, not just, oh, jumping up for the credits. But at the same time, that kind of sucks because, oh no, I'm not old, am I? That said, mall, it's a gigantic, ginormous mall. Like I said a couple times, there was no way I could have done everything in one day, even if I had the money. But speaking of that, if you would like these kind of adventures and want to help support me on this channel so I can afford to go to amusement parks and I can afford to do all the attractions I didn't do today, make sure you drop me a tip on ko-fi.com/RayanSkyridge. Just kind of like Patreon, but I'm too lazy to set up an actual Patreon. I should probably set up a Patreon. Like I said, they had plenty of other things to do that I didn't show off, like the big snowboarding thing. I would have loved to do if it wasn't $100 extra. Water park, obviously, I didn't step in there. I just showed you a little bit. But like I said, those things take time. I basically spent the whole day itself walking around the mall and working on the attractions I did. So I think that if you really want to experience the whole American Dream Mall, it's a 2-day experience, which is interesting because I remember way back in the day when I went to Mall of America and applied for a job up there, I was fine on one day, honestly. Like, there was a couple things I could have done, but I was satisfied doing one day. I was not satisfied doing one day here. That's my thoughts on American Dream Mall. As I'm recording this, I'm about to head off to Six Flags, but when I was supposed to record this, I was about to go to Coney Island for number 400, so make sure you check out a video. Coney Island was hype, and I can't wait to do my revisit to Six Flags. It's been nearly 2 decades. So, gotta pack up, heads, not my big drive. If you guys enjoyed this video, comment, like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Thank you for watching, thank you for watching, thank you for watching. But always, embrace the infinite.